News on WDSU.
Breaking news at 6 o'clock, the NOLA Toya Recall Group. They have turned in what they claim are the required signatures to officially recall Mayor LaToya Cantrell. Now, this comes after about 6 months of organizers rallying for signatures from voters here in New Orleans.
That's right. WDSU reporter Shay O'Connor live at City Hall. And Shay, how do we know how many people, or do we know how many people signed that recall?
Gina and Sella, organizers here would not tell us how many signatures they received today, but did tell us that they received more signatures than what the mayor received in votes in becoming the mayor of New Orleans. Now, on your screen right now, video of organizers second lining after rolling up here to City Hall and hauling up about a dozen or so of boxes of what they say are verified signatures from Orleans Parish residents who want to see Mayor LaToya Cantrell ousted from her post as mayor. Now, the group would need about 50,000 signatures to pull this off. The Register of Voters now has about 20 days to certify these signatures. And if these organizers are correct, voters could go back and head to the polls as early as this spring for a special election.
We just sick and tired of being sick and tired of when you talk about the crime situation. We saw a mayor don't even have a crime plan. She bring in the chief, Michelle Woodfall. They don't have a crime plan. Kids dying every day. On the Mardi Gras, 4 people got shot. 2 died. 2 died on the interstate. Did you hear Mayor Cantrell say anything to those families? She don't talk about crime, so she's not a leader.
And Gina and Sella, I did reach out to the mayor's office, and they tell me since the signatures have not been made public today, they're not really wanting to comment on the situation, but did release this statement on your screen saying in part the mayor continues to work on behalf of the people of New Orleans. The city just came off a successful Mardi Gras, and crime is down in numerous major areas today and every day. The mayor remains focused on delivering real results to the people of New Orleans. And of course, I'll have much more on this on WDSU at 10 p.m. Reporting live from City Hall, Shay O'Connor, WDSU News.
All right, Shay, thank you. And political strategists say the fact that the recall organizers have what they claim are the needed signatures, that is a win in itself. And they say now it's all about the numbers.
It looks like it's a success. I mean, I think it's very impressive. I don't think anybody in the business really gave them much of a chance when it first started. And you've got to give them a lot of credit for the kind of professional campaign that they ran.
The recall effort has taken 6 months to get to this point. Again, the Registrar of Voters office has 20 days now to certify these signatures, and then it will be handed off to the Governor and Secretary of State's office, and then a decision will be made if a special election will be called.